I'm back. Welcome back to Thrive and Talks with Anthony on our conversation on friendships. If you have not watched video number one, please do so you get a better grasp of what's going on. However, this is a great conversation that needs to be heard, and video number one gives you a good layout of what we're talking about and what the discussion is. So if you have not watched video number one, please do so. I advise you, give a thumbs up, and let's proceed right back into the conversation on Thrive and Talks with Anthony on friendships.
But I do feel like people who I tend to cut off or I tend to let go of or get tired of, they're definitely the ones where like they're not on the same level as me. Like definitely not. Like I shouldn't I like to have all my friends. Like I like for us to be in the same level, you know?
Well, what do you
Like
mean?
help
What do you
each
mean?
other.
Can you explain to somebody out there, like, what do you mean by level? You know what I mean?
Okay,
Explain the
so
levels to this.
so mentally I'm like up here. Okay. And then some people are like not even like up there. Cause I think of like the principles of things. I pay attention to the little things. Like how you react about something, how you respond, your opinion about something that's kind of important to me. Like just little things creates a person's character more than you think it does. So if let's just say like when I go out to eat, I like to put my dishes and everything, all my dirty stuff together in the center for the waiter or waitress, whatever. Because that's the kind thing to do, like make their job a little easier. You know what I mean? And then I went out to eat with this one girl. She's like, "Oh no, girl, that's what they get paid to do." I was like, oh
Jeez.
no, we cannot be friends after this. Cause like that just I don't know. Like
So
I
is it
was
a one
always
and a done
raised,
thing, Natalie?
yeah.
Is it a done thing for you? Like you had one time to mess up and you done, or did she redeem
I'm too
herself?
nice though. I'm too nice. I can say I'm too nice. I like to give people benefit of the doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But which I'm trying to work on. It's getting better, but sometimes I can't. I just can't. Like little things like that, I just can't. The older you get, the more you
But with you
realize.
being nice, do you think
Mhm.
that conflicts with your growth? Because if you're letting it
Yes.
slide, do you feel like you still being
Yes.
behind, girl? Let's just be real. I'm being real
Yes.
with you.
Yes.
All
No,
right.
yeah, no, it definitely does. But the thing is that like I naturally separate myself. That's just me. I'm really good at naturally separating myself from people when I feel like, all right, I need to focus on me now, which that's a good characteristic to have. But not a lot of people have that, you know what I'm saying? So I naturally am always like that. I've always been the homebody, but also like, going out to like I'm an introvert and extrovert at the same time. So I never I never felt like somebody was weighing me down because I still get my shit done. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta do what I gotta do. But I do feel like my energy can be off though. Like, around them. I just feel weird. Like it's like a feeling I can't really explain.
Mm.
So it's kind of yeah, it depends. But that time, that was a no for me. And then like little stuff kept adding up. The older you get, you realize that not many people are raised the same way as you.
Mm.
Yep.
And like everything comes from home.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you can't simply put your dishes away and clean up after yourself, basically cleaning up after yourself, because you're saying that's what they get paid for, that says a lot to me. I wonder how your crib looks, I wonder how you clean up after yourself, just little things like that make up a characteristic or like a person, adds on to your character. That's just not my character, if that makes sense.
That
So
totally makes sense to me. I'm the
it
same
does.
way.
Yeah, like it's little things like that. Like opening the door for somebody behind you, saying please and thank you. Like
She bringing
just
it to
little
kindergarten. Let's chill. Kindergarten type of things, like for real.
no, seriously, but everything starts from home.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, it may seem simple to us because like we're used to doing it, but there's a lot of people out there that don't do the same.
No, and as you get older, it's sad. Like it's really sad. Like it's just like the little things, like maybe it might be TMI for you, Anthony, but like let's say I had a friend, she didn't know they're not supposed to wear a tampon in for a long time. She was sleeping in everything. I was like, no, girl, you're not supposed to do that. That's so bad for you. us females know that you can't do that. Like you can get toxic shock syndrome, whatever it's called.
What?
And I told her, I was like, no. She's like, well, I don't know. My mom never taught me. And I'm like,
it's just like unsanitary after hours.
yeah. And I'm like, your mom never taught you. You see, like little things like that.
Lord have
It's just
mercy.
like, wow.
All
Like,
right,
Anthony's like, where did the
let's pull it back.
conversation go?
Let's pull it back, y'all.
I know. It's funny an example.
Let's
Not
pull-
TMI, but you guys will understand what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Lord have mercy. So basically, let's pull it back, and we're gonna. So, what can you guys give advice to someone out there on how to identify a valuable friend or someone out there that has good intentions for you? You know what I mean?
Mm,
Oh, you go. You
I
go.
kind of like what your name is Nail
Nally.
Nali. What she was saying earlier about a person who's genuine and who has genuine love for you would never take a personal situation that you're going through and throw it back in your face. That's like a big one for me. And also what
Mhm.
Nali was saying earlier, I agree with that 100% because it's all about principles. Like I notice little things as well. And I feel like a true friendship, you should just like go towards each other naturally. It shouldn't be like any animosity or bad intentions. And I feel like that saying your best friend is your best enemy really comes a long way because you never really know the true intentions of someone.
Also,
Agreed.
following what Nali said earlier too about energy, energy never lies. The way you feel when you're with somebody and the way you feel after, all of that says a lot too. Because that's the energy you're surrounding yourself with. So that's what you like at one point it will become. So that tells you a lot of like how if this person will be like good for you, if it's a good person that will, you get something from them, you benefit from them. If this person doesn't listen to you, if you don't feel like you can count on them, then I don't think that's a person that you can call a friend. But there's also like friends. I feel like there's friends. You can have different group of friends. Like you can have friends that you don't have to be like completely honest with. That you can't, And there's friends that you can just hang out with, and then there's friends that you can just go for drinks with. Like I don't know, it doesn't have to be all
That's
the
very
same.
true.
Mhm.
But yeah,
It don't gotta be too serious, or I don't gotta be too much like let loose all the time, like party vibes.
There's levels to it.
There's levels
There's
to it.
levels
Mhm.
to
But
it.
there's friends
There's
out there's friends
levels.
out here that have what I have seen is that like they're still in party mode. Like it's February right
Right.
now, and you have people acting like it's June. Like I got work tomorrow.
Nah,
You
I'm
gonna
tired
feel
of
me?
partying.
Yeah,
I'm
huh?
so tired of partying. I'm 22. I'm tired of partying now. Like I'm actually
I
like
mean,
I'm tired.
it ain't
by
a problem
2
to
a.m.
have your fun. It ain't a problem to have your fun,
Of
but
course.
it's just knowing when to pull it back and get things situated because you got bills. You feel me? I mean, I do.
there's time for everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you just gotta balance everything
Balance.
and keep it like that.
Well, I would say pay attention to how you feel after you hang out with them. That will tell you more than you need to know. Because when you come home and your energy, like when you come home, your home is like your sanctuary, basically. This is you, this is your you place. And if you're regular, schmegular, like you're home, you're like, but when you chill with someone and for them and to actually know when they're not like the right friend for you or whoever it is for you, pay attention to how your stomach feels and like your chest feels when you get home. Because I'm into the spirituality stuff. Not a lot of people are, but I'm very like deep into it. So if you pay attention to how your body reacts, your body will tell you more than what you need to know before it comes up here. It's like a whole chain reaction, you know what I'm saying? Because your brain literally tells you how you feel. But it's like, if you want to get science stuff, people already know how it works and the anatomy works. But pay attention to how you feel, because how I knew that my best friend I was so blinded because I was like, wow, we get along great. We do so much for each other. There's no secret animosity. But then I started realizing that because she wasn't really like the one to me. She was too problematic. She always liked to start stuff. I'm not like that. I'm like the peacemaker. I like to be nonchalant. She loved to argue, like to have the last word. I'm not like that. So well, anymore at least. So I realized that I would actually be tired when I come home, and it'll be a Saturday night, and I slept the whole day till 4, and I'm tired, like this tired. I'm noticing that I started getting like headaches. I noticed like that I started like, like just kind of just say, yeah, 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 whatever, whatever, like started being like not bitchy, but like rude a little bit towards like when we would start arguing. Cause friends argue, it's normal. And I noticed that, and I noticed that like my attitude was starting to change a little bit. And then that's when I realized, and then something came up, and then we stopped being friends. Like that was like my sister. You know what I'm saying? But I ignored my body. I ignored those signs, those symptoms I was feeling. And that tells you a lot when you're with the person, because you're rubbing off energy. Like if you feel really tired, the key is if you feel really tired when you come home from chilling with somebody, and if you've always been a little iffy about them, listen to your gut. I'm telling you, like
How long have you been friends with this?
saves
How long
you.
have you been friends with this person? Just to kind of give someone an ideal of what the
You
situation
might
was.
know her, but you might know her. So I was friends with her. It's definitely not the person you're probably thinking of. Not that person. But I was as she was somebody else. I was friends with her for like 3 years. So I didn't steal her from somebody, but I met her through somebody, and then I stopped being with friends, and then me and her were like two peas in a pod. It was like it clicked. Like it was like meant to be type thing. She was like my twin flame, like my sister. But she she was too much narcissistic energy. She was very childish, always liked to have the last word, and was kind of crazy. Like I'm like the complete opposite, but we were the same at the same time. She kind of fueled my fire a little bit, the little fire I had inside of me or whatever. It was nice. But then something happened, and she took certain situations out of proportion, and she didn't like what I had to say because I was being honest. And then it went downhill from then on. And me, if she wasn't there for me, because I was going through a very dark time, and I needed my best friend. And you're like my best friend. She lived with me at one point. Let's just say that. I literally took her in my small room, and she lived with me. Okay. I bought her an air mattress, those fancy inflatable ones that deflate themselves, whatever it is. And then she started being like so rude, like kind of like took advantage. And then that's when I cut ties. I was like, oh no, you're not about to do that to me. I was like, I said what I said. She didn't like what I said. I packed up her stuff and then told her to get out. I don't play that. But I should have known that things were gonna get bad because I was ignoring the red flags that I was getting. Your intuition never lies.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it comes within my stomach. Like I feel it in my stomach. It's like a gut feeling before I get it, like before I think about it,
Yeah. Or like your own thoughts too, like your mind.
Yes.
You think about it and you just don't pay attention to it.
And I notice
But
when I
then-
come home, I'm like tired, or I notice that, what else I noticed? I spent mad bread with her, being friends with her. And then I felt like all these blessings were like bad things kept happening. I kept having bad luck. I had a car that kept giving me problems after problems after problems. It's crazy how things happen for a reason. I left that friendship within 4 months of last month. I manifested a little bit, wrote on my little bay leaf and stuff like that, burned it. You know what I'm saying? Put some cinnamon. And I got a bet. Yes, I can teach you about that one. So I got a new job.
Mm-hmm.
I got a brand new car.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved into my new apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Within the last 4 months of me cutting her off.
Congratulations.
Like I'm getting goosebumps
Good
telling
for
y'all
you,
about this.
sis.
Like, this is crazy. Like I'm telling you, intuition never lies. Whether you're not even into the spiritual stuff or whatever, you get a red flag. One red flag is enough. I don't care what anybody says. One red flag is enough, because you should not be getting red flags about anybody. Unless you misunderstand a situation. Yeah, that's different. Because we all misinterpret things differently. We understand, process things differently. But it depends what it is, of course, like if that makes sense. But yeah, all that good shit happened. And I was like, Damn. Like, yo, that's crazy. How one person out of all the friends you can have in your life, how one person can impact you more than you think it is. Energy never lies, like she said. Like, seriously, energy never lies. Like, you gotta trust your gut. If you feel
Yeah,
iffy,
it is.
it's a no.
So
It's a no.
I just want to say thank you, Natalie, for sharing
You're
your
welcome.
story. I think it's gonna be beneficial to a lot of people. Tune in, y'all. But I just want to say thank you, each and one of you guys, for participating in Thriving Talks with Anthony. May you guys have a blessed night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In this video of friendships, we just had some great discussion with these ladies. They all had some things to say, good gems, good vibes, good things had been said today. Hopefully you guys marinate some of the things in your head, because the things that they had said really will take you far, so you can be able to identify people and the energy that you want to keep around your circle. So life's a choice. We all control who we want in our lives to a certain extent, but this is your life, so you control who you want to be and how much energy you can give it to somebody. So hopefully you reflect and you guys think back on the discussion we had today. However, we're going to get to a dope conversation with some fellas, so tune into that video. It's going to be great content. I want to see what the guys have to say, and then something else. I have something special for you. So I'll just give you a little insight. We're going to put them together. We're going to put the girls and we're going to put the guys. We're going to put them together. And it's going to be great. We're going to see what we have to say in a group discussion rather than just, you know what I mean? So it's going to be great. Tune into that video. However, may you guys have a blessed day, blessed night. And thank you for tuning in with Thriving Talks with Anthony. On today's discussion, it was friendships. Once again, thank you.